It's good. All right, guys. Thought today was a good practice. Guys had a lot of spirit. Obviously great bounce. You'll hear this week so far with Sunday and today, very competitive. I thought, guys, in the good on good work. I mean, it was probably one of the faster tempos we've had. Pads were popping. Guys were doing a good job trying to continue to focus on the fundamental improvement. We know we got a great task at hand here this week, and it's just about us going and getting better, and a lot of different looks we try to throw at them, and I thought they handled it pretty well. Some things obviously we need to clean up, but I thought it was a good Tuesday.
They have, I think, 11 turnovers forced, or 10 of 11 games they have a turnover forced. I know turnovers somewhat is a luck thing, but what do they do that helps them create so many?
See, I think, as you sit there and go through it, I mean, you got to capitalize on opportunities. They've done a good job with that. If they get the ball out on the ground, you see them swarming to it. Obviously they've done a good job in the secondary, and then even linebacker positions, being able to try to disrupt the ball. If they, I know that was a big part of last week's game, being able to create a couple takeaways, and if you're able to do that, just adding more possessions for the offense, and that's going to be a huge part of this week's game. Is we've got to be able to try to create a couple of takeaways there, defensively, and then offensively, we got to make sure we're on the ball. So they do a good job of that.
When you look at the way Luke finished the game, like his last 4 or 5 possessions, almost like a different quarterback. If you just look at those, if you don't look at the first couple, just how. Can you just focus on that part, or?
No, I mean, I want to focus on all of it, and because at the end of the day, that's part of people. At times we'll get caught up and just want to look at the good things, or just look at the bad things. You got to look at it as a big picture. And what I loved is that he was able to get to great rhythm. You saw the confidence, you saw the checks, you saw the location on balls getting better. Just as the game went on, and there's a lot of different reasons. First start ever. There's probably a little bit of it with nerves. Kind of a unique defensive approach with the amount of pressure that he was facing there, just from the pressure looks. But I mean, I thought he did a good job of settling in, and he played himself into. That rhythm and that confidence, and so I thought you got to look at it all, and how can we make sure that we do a better job of starting to be able to start fast, and then to be able to sustain that throughout and continue to improve as the game gets going.
How has he improved with pocket presence?
I think that's one of those things. Just as a quarterback, it's a lot of different dynamics that go into it, and you want to. I think I've said this numerous times, but you want to be able to trust your eyes and trust your feet. Your feet will get you right. And we're a rhythm-based passing offense, so it does take everybody. It takes quarterback to be on time, receivers to create separation, to be precise in their right route depths. What we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish. There's going to be times where things happen, and you just got to go out there and you got to make a play. But when it's all right, we need to be right, and that's something for young quarterbacks that you have to work through, grow through, and I think they, Brock and Luke have really done a nice job of embracing that. And you're seeing those guys working, getting better when it comes to that. And pocket presence, obviously the feel, the movements, something we work a lot at, and I think it's definitely improving.
Have you seen Luke kind of embrace that leadership role that comes with being the team's quarterback, especially as a freshman? He kind of handles himself like that.
I mean, it's just. You go out there and you pour everything you have, on the field for the team. Making sure that shows up in the preparation. Leaders come in all ages, all time. I mean, whatever your experience is, if you're willing to go out there and put everything that you have on the line and max out and care about your teammates, care about those around, those are leadership qualities. And yes, playing that position, it's one that gets so much recognition. Sometimes good, so much recognition, sometimes bad. But I mean, if you're not driven by just the circumstance you find yourself in, but just pouring into all things with the opportunities that you get, I mean, those are very positive traits of a leader. And I think that Luke, Brock, those guys were really they embody a lot of those characteristics, and it serves them well.
I believe the finalists for Groza and Guy come out today. How much do you hope Ryan gets considered for that, despite his lack of kicks?
I mean, I think he should absolutely be considered. I mean, when you look at, I mean, you say lack of, maybe opportunities, but when you look at the challenge of the opportunities he's gotten, I think he's got over 53 yards, five over 50.
Over 52.
52 yards, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean, just, he's just been so very impressive in his work and what he's done. So definitely hopeful for him that he's continues to get the recognition that I know that he has earned and I think definitely deserves.
Jalen Early and Conrad Hussey are off the depth chart. What's their status?
Yeah, both those guys are out. They had procedures that you're done that will keep them out for extended period of time. So it'll probably start into a little bit of the off season, and but hopeful to be able to get some work. Maybe late spring. Kind of see potentially how all that goes. But those guys are a couple young players that we're counting on in the future, and they've already started the rehab process, and they'll be fine.
We talked during the season, sometimes the drop passes, it felt like they got contagious. Do you think what happened Saturday could be the
Absolutely,
same way?
yeah. I mean, it's just that was one of the things that coming out of the game. It is a confidence builder to see guys in contested catches, guys that a tip pass and catch. You see things that we just got to go make a play, and that was very encouraging for I think the whole group, and some older guys, some younger guys. I mean, all of it really showed up. So I absolutely think that that's something that we can build upon, and I hate that it's taken us some time to get there, but it was definitely a good sight.
Coach, you have one non-football question, like a program culture question. Last week, Earl Little made a contribution to our station's turkey drive of $2,000, and I'm not sure if you knew that, but hearing that now, could you talk about what that says about him as a young man, but also how you encourage your players to make contributions or just philanthropy generally in the community?
Absolutely, and we got a group. I mean, our football team, we got a group of incredible young men, and I actually saw that with Earl, making the donation, and that's just. It really speaks to who he is, the willingness to be able to give back. And we've got guys that do so many great things within this community, to be able to support, to give back. I mean, just the appreciation of the opportunity, that they have. And I think it just, is really, it's something that sometimes gets overlooked, but I mean, these guys, they really pour in, with time, with effort, and obviously, even financially, to be able to make an impact for those that are in need. And when we talk about our program, it's service, sacrifice, and respect. And obviously that service is give yourself for the betterment of others. And he's just a wonderful ambassador, and a great representative of this program, as so many of the guys are as well that give back, and obviously show that gratitude with the opportunity they have.
A few guys who are still on the depth chart but didn't play in that game, Fentrell and Marvin, is there optimism they might be available Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I feel that that's all trending really well, and those guys have been dealing with so that it was unfortunately were unavailable last week, but got work today, and hopefully continue to build upon that here these next few days, and be ready to go for Saturday.
Y'all good?
All right, thank you guys.